YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. I'm just here with Antonio, just playing in the park, hanging out, enjoying this beautiful sunny day we're having here. Today is like the 4th of October, or 5th, depending where you're watching this, because I got people down in Australia watching this channel. Woo! I just want to thank all my friends down in Australia. Big hug to everyone down there that's watching this. A lot of people are interested to finding out what's happening overseas with what's going on with the housing crisis. What's going on with the housing crisis? Why are prices overinflated in major desirable cities all over the world? Sorry, I'm just trying to put this together right. I'm teleprompter free here, people. So I'm talking from the heart. Anyways, so how do you, desirable cities are getting way out of control, price-wise. It's basically taking away from the futures from the locals. The locals living in the cities, the locals that built these cities, the locals that put their heart, forefathers and stuff that came, put their sweat and hard work and tears into building what it is or what you've established till now, and it's being taken away by investment purposes. So never mind the foreign investors, never mind local investors, never mind, it's just the fact that it's being taken away, period, by investing purposes, where housing is, because investing should be done in the stock markets. Investing should be done in trade. Investment should be done in commerce. There's millions of ways to invest, but it shouldn't be off people's futures, off people's wants to own something, or people's needs to want to lay roots. Okay? Now, something dawned on me today when I was driving my car, and it actually might make some sense, and maybe you guys could comment below and let me know what it is you guys think of this. Is it possible that there's a Canadian brain drain or an Australian brain drain? Could there be people educated, really well, people that are born and raised where they're at, educated and all, and they're leaving? People that could offer a lot to society, but they have to leave because they can't afford to live in their residence, or they can't afford to live where they are. Am I imagining things? Because I'll tell you straight up, I know a lot of people, even some past employees that work for me, that left. I mean, they work for me, but they moved on to other jobs and stuff, right? And then I kind of follow up with them. I'm like, hey, you haven't come by the shop to say hi? How's your family? Are you okay? And they're like, oh, Mike, no, everything's great, buddy. I miss you, dude. It's not that. It's just I had to leave the province. I had to go up north, let's say, way up north, because I really wanted to lay roots by a house and kind of settle down with the family. Now, here in Canada, you're very, very likely to have a brain drain because you got the United States to the south, and a lot of experienced Canadians that know what they're doing, or that have a demand for their trade. They're just moving to the US. I told you guys in other videos, I have one friend that moved to Arizona. He bought a gorgeous, like Portuguese architecture tile type with that orange clay roof, like type house, really, really well built house and everything, with a pool. Mind you, it's not as green as he wants it to be. So he got AstroTurf in the backyard to look like it's got grass. But mind you, he doesn't have to cut grass. But anyways, he bought the house for $109,000 US. And I saw the house on Facebook. I'm like, wow, man, congrats, dude. It's beautiful. Lay roots. You don't have to spend $1 million to buy a house and work your life to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? And he said, put it on a 5-year amortization and a 10-year term. So 5-year term, 10-year amortization. So he'll have it paid off in 10 years if he really wants to, or he could refinance and negotiate a lower rate, right? But anyways, let's not get into specifics. But then I have another friend that moved to, that I know that moved to Nevada. He moved just outside of Reno, and he bought a ton of land for about $22,000, and he's getting it zoned for. He wants to really put a gas station, but I don't know if he's going to get the zoning. But I'm letting you know, it doesn't cost him $1 million just to look at something. Anyways. Now, In Australia, I'm not sure how it would work if there's a brain drain. Like, if there's an Australian brain drain and all the educated and all the best people are leaving, I'm pretty sure they'll just go to other provinces within Australia, right? But then 2-3 generations down the road, once they build up let's say they go to a nowhere part of Australia, okay? A part of Australia that's just on, those long highways. They find a place to settle and say, guys, let's just do what let's just do what the pioneers did. Let's build a city here. I'm going to build my first house here. Who's with me? Who's going to open a corner store? Who's going to open? Let's start a business, a lumber, something, whatever, But then the problem is, the way the cookie crumbles is that 5 generations down and you built the city and it's thriving, it's booming, then you have people investing in the properties and then no one could afford to live there anymore. So it's almost like a situation where it's not a win-win. Like, I mean, you win at first, but then your grandkids will pay later for it, right? For wanting to expand and live a better, prosperous life. Now, my question is, in Australia, where do you go? I mean, it's an island. I mean, do you guys go to New Zealand for the professionals? Do you guys go to London? And London is very expensive too, and they're experiencing huge inflated bubbles there too. Where does someone from Australia go? I've always wondered that for an Australian brain drain. Where do the doctors, lawyers, where do people of importance or people that are sought after for their skills go to if they're in Australia, right? That's a good thing to know, because in Australia, you guys are stuck, and I feel for you guys. Here in Canada, I mean, we got lots of different provinces like you guys, but then we also have the States, and we also have Mexico. Mexico's not too bad if you go into the Gulf and open maybe a sea-doo business, renting out sea-doos or sailing, stuff like that, or you know what I'm saying? Just using your mind and expanding and living your life, right? Places like Panama is really nice to live. So we're kind of in conjunction with all that here. So we're not tied, right? If you're a specialist, you're going to be needed all over the world anyway. So let me know what you guys think. Is there an Australian brain drain? Is Australia, and Canada too, is this housing bubble crisis here in Vancouver and there in Sydney? Are you guys losing your professionals? And the professionals are getting replaced with people that have no idea what's going on around them. Like, no idea, no perception of what is going on. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what's going on. I would love to know this. It's just something I was speculating in my mind of a brain drain crisis. Is it possible? Am I just delusional? Anyways, let me know. Comment below. And I'm going to make a comparable price for you guys in Australia. Down in Sydney. I think Sydney is one of the more popular cities that I hear more of. A comparable price. If someone could leave me a link below for a good realtor company that's got spot-on pricing for me, let me know. Leave a link below, because I want to look at properties in Australia and Sydney, for example, and I want to compare them to other cities in the world. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.